Parliament speeches influence votes? Now, that's an important question. You know, does all of this, in the view of the voters, impact their voting preferences? Now, it's very interesting for me, as somebody who's fascinated always by data, that 51% of the respondents say that yes, Parliament speeches influence votes. Rahul Shrivastava, is that the sense you had as well, that half the respondents, for what it's worth, in this poll are telling Yashwant Deshmukh's team that they're influenced by parliamentary speeches when it comes to their voting preferences?
Rahul, I have seen no confidence motions, and if you remember, Atal Bihari Vajpayee's no confidence motion speech, 27th May 1996, is still considered one of the historic speeches in which Vajpayee had said that you may defeat me with one vote, but I will come back with better numbers. And I remember in the 1998 elections, it did resonate. If I also remember that whatever one may say, you know, everybody in the panel may be criticized, but I remember that on the 18th of August, 2003, Sonia Gandhi led the opposition charge on a no confidence motion. She spoke for over 1 hour. She had a very clear 9 distinct failure charge sheet against the Vajpayee government, be it the coffin gate, be it the weakening of defense forces, be it the corruption cases, be it the stock market scam, and several others. And at that time, it was in 2003, and from there on, the Congress's currency among the voters in the 2004 elections did definitely improve. So there are ways you can actually utilize Parliament to send across a message. The
Very
BJP
important
used
point
it
you're making,
in
Yashwant
2010 by
Deshmukh.
disrupting the entire winter session.
This is an important argument. From what Rahul is saying and from this data, it's also a message to all our MPs. 51% of the respondents say they are influenced by parliamentary speeches. I mean, given how rarely Parliament functions nowadays, that's a very important takeaway from your poll.
Absolutely, and I totally agree with Rahul. I was also remembering both these instances, Sonia ji and Atal ji saying, I mean, going after that parliamentary speech, and they had an impact. And in fact, what thing that I was actually analyzing on, that after a long time, Rahul, there was one issue of Manipur where I could sense a very palpable anger among the people on the street, even among the BJP and NDA supporters after those gruesome videos went viral. But somehow, instead of taking that thing and debating in the parliament completely on Manipur as a session, somehow I feel as a political analyst, I think that opposition actually missed a very golden opportunity.
Okay, last question coming up on your screen right now. What was the impact of the debate in Parliament, in Manipur, and in this no confidence motion on the Prime Minister's image? So how is the Prime Minister's image impacted by what we saw this week in Parliament? Here are the results of the last question. In the poll this week, 46% of the respondents seem to think that the Prime Minister's image has become better or stronger. 33% of the respondents think his image has been badly impacted. How does he come out stronger, Yashwant Deshmukh, given what's happened in Manipur? And that's the specific question you asked. How is it that Manipur makes his image stronger, Yashwant, in your view?
I think it's the overall impact of the debate that the PM, when he spoke, I think that's the impact, the way people have been taking in. And I think also the fact that PM is likely to say or do something once his lieutenants and other people have taken some strong concrete action on the ground. That's the understanding which the common person has. And I guess that is where it's more of a question of what Rajdeep said, that the performance of the opposition on the floor, that the speakers after speakers, they could not really take the government down on the things. Their content was probably not that impressive. That's what not taken
Supriya,
aback.
do you want to respond to that some of those who spoke on behalf of the opposition simply weren't as well prepared? in the manner in which, for example, you're carrying the power of your argument and conviction to this debate. Many of the MPs who spoke on behalf of the India Alliance didn't have that kind of conviction. They came across ill-prepared, hardly made any punches, except for a few who did bat strongly. The likes of, say, Gaurav Gogoi, Asuddin Owaisi, Mahua Mitro, they did land some punches. Many of them were just very badly prepared, leading to the likes of Yashwant Deshmukh and Rahul Shrivastava to ask whether this is an opportunity lost. They didn't do their homework properly.
I disagree with both of them with all my due respect, and I will disagree because this isn't a college debate. This is about a burning issue, and which is why I started off by saying the very premise of the debate you're doing is wrong. The debate is not about the, this show is not about the debate or the no confidence motion or the delivery. This is about Manipur. How tough is that for people to understand? But having said that, I will say one thing. If everybody was so ineffective, the government would not run helter-skelter, actually suspending MPs from the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha with the alacrity with which they are doing. What wrong did Adhiranjan Chaudhary said? He is not a Hindi-speaking person. He said Neerav in Bangla. Why was he suspended? He is the leader of the Congress party in the Lok Sabha. You suspend the leader of the main opposition and you think you're going to be democratic there and you think you're going to be hailed there. That's the reality. They're running.
But this is a new trend, Gaurav Bhatia.
Because that's what anti-nationals do.
All these suspensions, are you sure that's the right thing to do? You can give them a reprimand, you can rebuke them, but to suspend them in this fashion will again lead the opposition to say that there is no space for a different point of view. The Neerav that he was referring to was the meaning of the word Neerav in Bangla, not in the manner in which it was interpreted.
And when he said Raja andha hai aur Draupadi ka vastra haran ho raha hai, that also was appropriate. Leader of opposition on the floor of the house makes such statements.
Supriya, let him speak. Supriya,
Please
extend to
shant
others
kare.
the same courtesy you
Shant
expect
kare.
for yourself. Please, ma'am.
Ho raha hai na? You will make him speak for 3 minutes and not interrupt.
And,
Now I
if
will
you
be
talk
very
about
fair, especially
suspension,
because I know that you
if
got
you
your
talk
counter
about
on.
suspension.
I mean, I try to be fair as I can even otherwise, but now that I particularly know that she's got her stopwatch on, I'm going to be doubly careful. 1 minute, go for it. Gaurav Bhatia, final words.
Thank you. You know, I would show a large heart to a woman who can only shout and waste time. Give my 15 seconds, I'll make my statement in 45 seconds. I think the last question that you posed is a very important one. The image of the Prime Minister has improved. 46% say that. I'll tell you the reason why. The people of India feel that he is very sincere. And yes, what happened in Manipur is shameful. But action was taken. The Home Minister was there. The Minister of State Home was there. And let us also not forget the people of the country know law and order is a state subject. And the Prime Minister also had in mind that this is a sub judice matter before the Honorable Supreme Court of India. You have to calibrate before you speak on such a subject. I don't think Rahul Gandhi will understand that, or the Congress spokesperson will understand that, but Prime Minister has a responsibility towards the Constitution and the people of the country. He was very well aware of his responsibility.
So, you've heard from Supriya, Shrinate,
No,
Gaurav Bhatia.
1 second. You have to give me 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds.
You
Go
can't.
for it.
Please, 10 seconds.
Give her 15.
जितना पुअर इनकी हिस्ट्री उतनी मैथ्स भी पुअर है 35 और 15 50 होता है 60 नहीं होता है 60 सेकंड का 1 मिनट होता है द रियलिटी इज लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इज अ स्टेट सब्जेक्ट इफ द स्टेट हैज फेल्ड दैट इज व्हाई यू नीड टू सैक योर चीफ मिनिस्टर एंड गेट प्रेसिडेंट रूल इट्स वन
मेरी बात छोड़ो आपकी तो जमानत जब्त हो गई थी
यू सेड इट आई डिड नॉट
आपकी तो जमानत जब्त हो गई थी
लॉ एंड ऑर्डर is a state subject. You said it, I did not. The
When she
state
was
has
a
failed.
journalist,
They need to be sacked.
she was
That's the
closing up with the
reality.
political
35
party.
और 15
ईमान भी
50
किया
होता
था
है
इनका।
मिस्टर भाटिया 35 और 15
Reality is
60
कि
नहीं
as
होता
a
है
journalist,
बुद्धि
आपने
गिरवी रख के
ईमान
आपको
बेच
यहाँ
दिया
पर आके
और
बड़बड़ मत
जमानत
किया
जब्त
करो।
हो गई।